Welcome back to another episode of the Brighton Chamber Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Harris, and today I'm joined by Bill Opre from Canopy Lounge. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So first off, can you tell me what is Canopy Lounge?
It's kind of the middle of the road, higher class restaurant lounge. We kind of did it to give people an option in this town, for particularly an older crowd, to relax and have some nice bourbons, some really quality wines, and sit by a couch and watch a football game, maybe sit at the bar. It just tried to be unique from everything that was in this town.
What made you want to start it?
It actually started during COVID. I'm a home builder by trade, and I couldn't work. So my partner, John, that owns the Canopy Bottle and Gourmet, has a 6,000 square foot building sitting there empty. And I said, hey, why don't we build something cool to go with your liquor store? And he said, what do you want to build? And I said, how about like a liquor lounge with quality stuff? And he said, you want to have food? And I said, yeah, I think you got to have food. Otherwise, people are going to have a couple drinks and they're going to go home. And so we brought in Andy that owns CC Catering, and he kind of governs the menu and helps us with a lot of the stuff in the kitchen. And it's turned out really nice. We've got spectacular food. Our Google ratings are the best in the county, and it's going very well.
So I imagine with a setup like that, you've got a space for private events if people wanted to have them there? Yeah,
we've got some separate rooms. First of all, we can hold up to 222 people in the whole place if you wanted to. I've done class reunions for Brighton High School several times. We do have a private room in the back that holds about 65, which we do a lot of anniversaries, funeral luncheons, parties, birthdays. We even had weddings over there. We've got another small room we call our captain's table that can hold up to 10 for a board meeting or a romantic night out or whatever you want. And you can deal with the kitchen directly to have a separate menu if it's something that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you mentioned food now a couple times. What is like the menu like?
We've got a lot of wild game dishes, not a lot, but we've got duck, we've got venison backstrap. Right now we just put on a wild game meatloaf that is just selling like hotcakes. It's one of my favorite dishes. We've got quite a bit of seafood, shrimp and scallops. First of all, every 4 months we change the menu. Been going out to restaurants my whole life, and I always have a restaurant I like, and then I get tired of it because it's always the same stuff and the same stuff and the same stuff. So every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have two specials. One's going to be a meat dish of some sort, and one's going to be a seafood or a fish. And then if those things sell well, we put it on the menu. And we encourage our chefs, anybody that works for us, to come up with some creative dishes. And it's fun for them. And if it sells well, then it goes on the permanent menu the next time around. Food's really good.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
I always thought opening a restaurant, lounge, bar would be fun, right? And just the social part of it, hanging out, talking to people, meeting new people. That's all wonderful, but my favorite thing by far and away is the food.
Yeah.
The food is just great. It's exciting, it's fun to do, and it's fun to change.
Yeah. Well, I kind of struggle with that too, because I know if I pick a restaurant that I really like or whatever, I know I'm going there for the same thing because that's the place that I get that thing that I like.
Right.
But no, it sounds like there's a ton of different options and just kind of inclining people to try different things.
We have a lot of regulars. We've got people that come in 2, 3, 4 times a week, and it's just always interesting to watch what they order and how they change and evolve as the menu changes and evolves. And specials come about, and they're always asking and they're always trying, and it's just fun.
Yeah. So what, your regulars kind of throw you for a loop? Like they walk in and you kind of expect them to order the same thing? And
Sometimes they do order the same thing, but a lot of times they'll try something new. So.
Yeah. Sweet. Are there any like special events that go on?
Well, we do a lot of private parties. We do birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, anything you can mention. I mean, we've done breakfast stuff we have a setup in the back where you can have, like I said, up to 60 people. A lot of the investment guys will come in and they'll invite, 20 couples to come and have a nice dinner, whether it's a filet or a salmon or whatever, and they'll give their spiel on their investments. Then they can retire to the small room with an individual couple and actually talk about their money. So it's set up really well for people like that. Just anything you can think of. It's just a private. I mean, we have baby showers. We have anything you want. It's a nice private, classy room, and this town doesn't have a lot of that stuff to offer. So,
and you mentioned earlier that you're attached to like a liquor store that your buddy had.
Yeah, well, the Canopy Bottle and Gourmet has been there for 45 years. John, my partner who owns the building, is he's the proprietor and he's been there his whole life. He knows pretty much everybody knows John in Brighton if you've been around or you drink. So he's my partner. He doesn't run the lounge, but he runs the liquor store and he's always around. You'll see his smiling face coming and going on a regular basis.
So where exactly are you located?
We're 1 block off Main Street and 1 block off Grand River, so that's part of why people have a difficult time finding us. The nice thing about us is we have all our own parking. You know, we've got 55 slots all the way around the building. You can come in the front, you can come in the back, and there's also another 50-some slots in a public parking lot right across the street. So unlike downtown Brighton, which we all know downtown Brighton has one big issue, and it's parking. We don't have that problem. My biggest problem is just when we have festivals and Gilmore Girls and things like that, trying to keep people out of our parking so we have room for our own customers. So, but we also do specialize in a lot of events. So we do anything. We do several wild game dinners a year. We do pig roasts. We do seafood nights. We've done Cajun nights. We do ladies' nights where we bring in some of the local companies to sell candles, jewelry, handbags, all that kind of stuff. And it's set up just for the ladies to have a good night. So we do a lot of interesting things as well. Well, we're closed to the public, usually on a Wednesday or Thursday, and just try to have fun with it.
Yeah, no, that sounds fun. So like the whole restaurant is closed.
Correct.
Other than like for that event.
Correct. We try not to do it too many times, but we do it for the wild game dinners and the ladies' nights. And, you know, it probably happens 8 to 10 times a year.
Okay. Yeah, that was going to be my next question is how often is that going on?
Yeah, we don't like to do it too much because, you know, people that are regulars want to be able to get in there and have dinner. So
Exactly. So then what are your hours necessarily?
we open every day at 4 o'clock right now, except for Tuesday. Most of the restaurants in this town that close one day close on Mondays, because this used to be a kind of mom and pop family run type town. So they close on Mondays. So I figured I'd give the public an option. We'd stay open on Mondays and close on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, fill that gap.
Yeah,
Definitely.
give them an option.
Yeah. So as we're wrapping up, is there anything else that we haven't mentioned that you'd like to bring up?
Okay. Most of the good stuff.
So for anyone looking for more information, they're listening to this and they want to take a look at the menu or get updates on when those wild game dinners are, where should they go?
So I would say this, our website, which is canopylounge.com, is phenomenal. However, when you come to the restaurant, on all the tables, there's a SKU, a thing you can put your camera on and
the QR code.
The QR code. That puts you into a private system with me individually. And I send out one text, just one. I don't harass people all the time with all this different stuff, but one text every Friday tells you our specials for the weekend and any of these events we might have coming up that you want to know about. Because the website, everybody's not going to go to the website every week and check it out. But if you get one text, then you know what's going on there. And if it bothers you, you can opt out. It's real easy. But we have literally thousands of people on that list, and it's a nice way to get the word across on what we're doing.
Sweet. So, and that QR code is only on the tables? It's not on the website as well?
It's on the website as well.
Perfect. So we'll definitely include all that, the links to the website and everything in the show notes below so people can find that easier. If they're driving right now, they don't have to rewind it and look it up themselves.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, thank you for joining me today.
No problem.
Yeah. And thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.